Right, good morning everyone. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to make a wash to put through an air still. So I'm going to go through all the bits and we'll see what we come up with. We're going to make a bit of 40% alcohol come the end and then flavour it to whatever we want it to be. So let's have a look at what we're going to stick in it. So we've got 7 kilos of dextrose. You can use ordinary granulated sugar, caster sugar. If you did, you would use 6 kilos, but the dextrose gives a cleaner alcohol, so use 7 kilos because there are some unfermentables in there, and that's going to go into 21 litres of water, and then once all that's dissolved, we're going to stick in the turbo carbon and the triple distilled yeast, pure turbo yeast, and then that's going to ferment around 21 degrees for about a week until we get a hydrometer reading of between 990 or 0.990 and 0.980. So got the wrong way hot liquor tun heating up the water. That's recirculating round, and there we are, we're at temperature. So there we go. Right, so let's get the water into the bucket and we'll have a look at putting some of the dextrose in. Alright, catch you in a bit. This is the air still. Comes with a couple of other pots to collect the liquor in. So basically all you do is you put 4 litres of your fermented out wash in there, and then collect the first 800 ml, which comes out at 60%, and then water that down. You put 400 ml of water in there, that takes it down to 40%, so now you've got 1200 ml of 40% spirit, and put it in the bottles and flavour it up. So I'll go through that again a bit later when we do the distilling side of it. So there we go. Right, 21 litres of water in a sanitised bucket, and then we're going to just chuck in all the dextrose. Right, be back when that's all done. Right, it's all in. Gonna give it a good stir, get it all dissolved. So if you're wondering whether it's worth doing, the air still I think is around about £170. The new design, you can actually get a little basket that sits up in the black lid there. In the black lid is a coil and a fan, so that cools the vapour down to a liquid. And you can get a little basket that fits in there now to put botanicals, so you can make gin straight through it. So this is an older version, so I can't do it on there. So about 170 quid for that. It's cost me just over £22 for all the sugar, the dextrose and the yeast and the finings in that. And I'm going to I generally get about 9 litres of spirit out of it. So I'd say I mean that works out at £2.44 for a bottle of spirit. Add your flavour in, I think you'd be looking at about £3.40, £3.50 at the most for a 750ml bottle of spirit that you've made yourself. Alright, so that's why I do it. Okay, so I'm just going to check the hydrometer on this now. Make sure it's all dissolved. And I'll be back in a minute. Right, so we're going to put in the yeast. The yeast is activated dry yeast with a blend of yeast nutrients, vitamins and trace minerals. A breakthrough in turbo yeast development, making it possible to produce triple distilled quality alcohol at home. And there we are. So that's what it looks like. So that can go in. Okay, so next goes in the turbo carbon. Okay, so this is to get rid of any impurities during fermentation. So that can be, give that a little mix. So let's cut this. This stuff is filthy. So you really want to go careful with this. It's black. So we put that in. It gets a bit of a lump in there, so it needs to be mixed up, softened before you open it. Right. Hard to believe that that's going to come out as clear as water. Right, so that's it for this stage. That's going to go in the fermentation fridge at 21 degrees. What do I do with the lid? There we go. There we go. Right, back in about a week's time. See you then. So it looks like we're down to about 996. Used to be between 980 and 990, so that's 986. So we're ready to degas it. Right, so let's get that out. Sanitized spoon, so just give it a stir. And don't worry about mixing up all the charcoal, because we're going to put finings in a minute. So degassing it helps the finings clear it better, apparently. So giving that a stir, and then we'll do it again in a minute. Okay, so we've degassed about 3 times, maybe 4. Excuse me. I am partaking as we do this. So, look. Finings. Part A, Part B. We're adding Part A. Okay. So we're going to give that a stir. We're going to add that in and give it a stir. That's it. Give that a stir. So we have to leave that for an hour, and then we add Part B, and then we leave it for 24 hours. Okay, that should do. Right,
Back in an hour. Might be even more pissed then. Catch you in a bit. Right, so it's been an hour. So we're going to put in part B. So this has to be added gently. So we just pour that in. We want to keep this on the surface for now. Alright, so we're just going to gently stir that in. So we want it to stay at the top, but be sort of mixed well at the top. And then over the next 24 hours, that'll clear this down. So it just looks like water. But it's alcoholic water. Right. That'll do. Lid on. Seal it up with the airlock. Can't see that, can you? Oop. There's the airlock on it. Right, and that's it. So it's Thursday night. So we're looking. So tomorrow, Friday, it's going to be clear, and then Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to be putting it through the air still. All right. So I'll be back then. Bye for now. There we are. It's looking all nice and clear. There it all is at the bottom. So I'm going to empty that into my old bottling bucket now, and then I can just draw off 4 litres at a time to put through the air still. Alright, so I'll be back in a bit. There's the assistant brewer sleeping on the job again. Absolutely no use to me, he is. Right, we're all set up. Hose is connected. I've sanitised the bottling bucket, probably not necessary because it's at 14% alcohol, ABV. So, and it's going to be done today. So, but yeah, just in case. Right, and there's the phones going again, as always, every time I start a video. Right, here we go. That little bit of black won't hurt. Once it's gone through the air still, it'll come out crystal clear. So what we need for the job is an air still, ceramic saddles to break up the bubbles, distilling conditioner to stop the foaming. We've got an alcohol hydrometer, and then charcoal filter, a container to catch the spirit in as it comes out. The charcoal filter attaches to this and then filters through into below, and then bottle it. So I'll go through all that in a minute. Alright, catch you soon. So she's underway. It's going to take about an hour to heat up, and then after about an hour it will start dripping out of there, and it's going to go into that container there. I've already marked 800 ml. That's all we collect. That comes out at 60% ABV, and then we water that down with 400 ml of water to 40 ABV. Right, so we'll be back when there's some action. Right, she started dripping at about an hour and 8 minutes. It's now an hour and 12 minutes and it's dripping rather nicely. So we'll keep that going. We get 800 ml. So we're just about there. That's taken an hour and a half to get 800 ml out of there. Incidentally, on this system you haven't got to worry about getting rid of any of the heads. So it's literally just collect the first 800 ml that comes out. So to the right there
there's the carbon filter attached. Alright, obviously it goes that way. Alright, so that's going to go into there. And right, so now we're going to put it in a trial jar and see what strength we got. So that's actually come through at 55%. So I don't know why that's caused that. It's usually 60%, but it is what it is. So 55%. There we are. We'll water that down to 40 now. So there we are. I've added 300 ml of water instead of 400 ml. So I think what it might have been is I had to take the wash out of the fermentation fridge because I needed a crash cooler beer. So, and it's just been in the kitchen. It well, whatever temperature, it could be 18, 19. So yeah, normally it would come out at 15% alcohol, and I did only get, it was 13.7, so that could be the cause of that. So we're about 40% there. So, and now that's going to go through the filter. Okay, the first batch is gone through the filter, and at the same time, there goes the phones again. We've collected another 800 ml of spirit. So I'm currently enjoying a Lingonberry American Porter, but got a slow gin chaser. This is gin that I've made myself through the air still, and then just followed the slow gin recipe. And I tell you what, it's as good as buying proper gin, real gin, professionally made gin, and turning it into slow gin. It is absolutely gorgeous. So, and a perfect pairing for Lingonberry American Porter, as it happens. I just fucking love slow gin. Absolutely love it. Right, so we're going to make this one, Kafalua. So that is the Still Spirits version of Kahlua. Alright, so what we need to do is we get a liqueur base. So this is liqueur base C. I'm presuming they do an A, liqueur base A. I don't know, but I've used B and I've used C, so there must be an A. So so what we're going to do is I've got a jug, and I'm going to weigh out 710 ml of the spirit that I've just put through. I'm going to add the whole bottle of this flavouring, and then I'm going to add this base to it, and then I'll top it up to 1.125 litres with water, and that's it. That's your Kahlua made. So these flavourings, generally, if you're going to make a liqueur, you use the whole bottle. If you're going to make like a whiskey or a gin or Jim Beam, I'm going to turn that off. Where is it? Bloody iPad's out here as well, that's why two of them are going off. So let me turn this one off. So how do you turn that one off? I'll just turn it off. There we go. Right. Sorry about that. So if you're going to make whiskey or gin or Calvados or something like that, when you buy one bottle of this, it actually flavours up 3 750 ml bottles. Alright, so now they work out at £3.99 a bottle. So that's when it sort of works out round about the £3.50 for a 750ml bottle of spirit. To be fair, I bought this lot for the last run and we never made it, so I can't remember how much it costs. But I think it's fair to say it's going to be a little bit more, but it's still a lot cheaper than buying a bottle of liqueur in the shops. Right, okay, so I'm going to change the camera and we'll get you set up and you can see how we make the spirits, the liqueurs, beg your pardon. Okay, so you want 710ml. Yeah, that is spot on. Wow, didn't expect that. Right, give this a shake. Oh no, it's gone to 711. Never mind. 710. Ah, there we go. Okay. There goes the Kahlua, Kaffalua. I have my whisk. And in goes the base. So the idea of the base is that it gives you the sweetness and the thickness of a liqueur. Right, that should do it. Right, let's sort out the water. Okay, so I turned the scales off, so I didn't know what the weight was, so I put it into another jug, and there was a bit of the base mix not dissolved, so I put a little bit of water in it, swirled it all round, dissolved that, put it back in, and that was it. Actually, I got 1178. So and it needed to be 1125, so about 50 millilitres over. So, but there we are. So let's get a glass and we'll have a look. So obviously 1125 is over a bottle. So a bottle being 750, just in case. So, oh, I'm going to pour it up here. There we go. So, here we are. Coffee liqueur. I've not had Kahlua before, so the wife wanted this for someone. Oh yeah,
Nah, it's good. Oh yeah, it's good. Let's go and see her indoors. I'm not going to take you with you because she don't like being on the camera. And let her have a taste of this. But I'll tell you what, fucking brilliant. It was a thumbs up for the missus. So, anyway, let's chuck it in there. What could possibly go wrong? Cheers. I would say that was basically it. So we're just going to go about 6 times through the air still. We're going to collect about 9 750ml bottles of spirit and flavour them up. And like I said, if it was like whiskey or gin or something like that, you're looking at about £3.50 a bottle. Liqueur basis, liqueur's going to be a little bit more. I can't remember the price I paid, but I tell you what, the liqueurs are absolutely fantastic. So also, what do I do with it? Here we go. So the top shelf range isn't the top flavourings. They do a classic range as well. Now that's the top of the range. So they're even better. So obviously a bit more pricier, you get what you pay for. So, but well worth the money. I don't think it's quite such a big range as the top shelf range, but the classic range is the top quality. It'd be 5 out of 5 stars, where this would be 4 out of 5 stars, if you see what I mean. Alright, so there we are. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching how to make your own spirits through the air still. There are other methods available, but this was I was given the air still, so I'd be daft not to use it. The new air still, actually, in the lid, in the black bit, excuse me, you can actually put a botanicals basket in there now, so you can load that up with your juniper and cassia and lemongrass or whatever you want to put it in there to flavour your own gins and all that, and then you haven't got to bother buying the bottles of flavouring. So but this is an older version. I can't fit the basket in there, so but it's also good for making distilled water for your iron, you know, so that's what I use it for. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, if you do it, happy distilling, and good luck. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.